straight ahead on CCX News.
They are frustrated with the congestion that exists.
Straight talk about the future of Highway 252. Plus, Super Bowl 52 fever is still burning.
When that ended, we wanted to stick together.
How volunteers are keeping the Crew 52 spirit alive. And a sport that is spiked in interest, and the success of local athletes is one reason why. CCX News starts right now. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. Another major sporting event is coming to the Twin Cities. This time it's college volleyball. And as Eric Nelson found out, this is great news for a few players from Champlin Park.
It's become contagious and it's taken off and just built itself, and it's very cool to see. So we're going to try and keep growing the game as best we can, and obviously the Final Four here is going to help that immensely.
Minneapolis is the center of the volleyball universe this weekend. The NCAA Final Four will be played at Target Center, giving fans a chance to dig a sport that is seeing a spike in interest.
Minnesota is a big volleyball state, and I think we have a lot of fan base, so I think it's going to be really cool to see the turnout for how many people come. Meanwhile, 24 of the nation's top prep seniors will be on display in the Under Armour All-American match on Friday night.
Once you get a taste of it, it's hard to let go of.
That includes Champlin Park's Izzy Ashburn and Lauren Clark, who will compete for Team West.
It's nothing I ever could have expected coming up to this point, and it's always something that we've wanted to do, especially together, and we're just really excited to be here.
I've loved playing with Izzy the last few years, and I think we've created a really good bond, so it's going to be fun to showcase this in the match tomorrow.
To have two Minnesota kids is great, two of the top 24 in the entire country, and they happen both to play high school together, so I'm pretty proud of that.
Ashburn back to Stelpus, and there it is.
Next season, Ashburn is going to Wisconsin, while Clark will be at Penn State. The duo is more proof that outstanding volleyball is played on Minnesota's frozen tundra.
It doesn't matter if you're on the court or on the beach. I think you can do just as much damage.
Volleyball in Minnesota kind of flies on the radar a little bit. I think people think California, Texas, Florida, but there's a lot of good volleyball up here.
Having the Final Four in the Twin Cities
Stelpus across
is an exclamation mark on a dream season for Champlin Park.
Champlin Park champions.
The Rebels are still basking in the glow of winning their first state title.
We've got a police escort!
Which earned them a police escort to celebrate their accomplishment.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was kind of a small town feel.
This event is definitely a hot ticket. At the 2017 Final Four in Kansas City, every match sold out. This year should be more of the same. In Minneapolis, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
Semifinal matches for the Final Four are Thursday night, and the championship is Saturday at 8 p.m. In other news, a Champlin man is now charged following an incident in which he's accused of driving drunk and ramming into a New Hope officer's squad car. Jeremy Richardson is charged with felony DWI and fleeing police. New Hope police attempted to stop Richardson last Saturday as he was driving through a grassy area near the Independence Manor apartments. That's when police say the suspect drove around one squad car before driving straight into another. Richardson is a repeat DWI offender, and he wasn't supposed to be driving. Brooklyn Center has passed the first reading of a new ordinance that is supposed to further protect tenants of affordable housing from eviction. It would require a new owner of an affordable housing property to relocate tenants if the new owner plans to raise the rent. After a property is purchased, the terms of the lease are also frozen for 90 days, giving the tenant time to leave on their own if they wish. Golden Valley has passed a similar ordinance. A public hearing is planned for January. Now to the much talked about Project Hot Dish development previously proposed in Brooklyn Park. That project is currently on hold. However, the City Council is weighing in on future land use decisions that could potentially impact projects like it. The city will soon vote on its 2040 comp plan. What's unclear is if the 2040 plan would include warehouse and distribution centers as primary uses for undeveloped land in the city. The City Council could make a decision on that at its next City Council meeting. Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center residents are getting to voice their opinions about the future of Highway 252. At a series of open houses held this week, people shared concerns about congestion and crashes on 252. Researchers wanted to get opinions on two particular points. The first is if it's going to be converted to a freeway, where are the access points or the interchanges going to be located?
The second item is really about if there is determined to be an access at a certain location, let's just say at Brookdale, what should that access look like? What type of interchange should it be? What are some of the concerns about, again, bikes and pedestrians, transit use, etc.?
There is already some state and federal money set aside for the project, but the project is not fully funded at this point. The next round of engagement would involve possible noise walls. The metro area is under an air quality alert until 6 p.m. Thursday. Light winds, cloudy skies, and stagnant air have caused conditions not to change. In turn, it's causing pollutants to accumulate. Air quality alerts are not common in December, but they can happen when conditions remain stagnant.
So that's why we're not seeing a lot of dispersion and everything of the air, so the air is not mixing very well. So the pollutants in the atmosphere can stay really close to the surface, which causes a lot of health problems for people who have sensitivities to that sort of thing.
Young children, older adults, and individuals with respiratory issues are the most affected by the air quality. Experts say you should limit your time outside if you are considered vulnerable to the conditions. And also, if you live near a factory that creates a lot of pollution, that area is likely to have worse air quality than other areas. So if you are sensitive to air pollutants, it's recommended to stay away from those areas. What happens when you combine Career Day with speed networking? At Highview Alternative Learning Center in New Hope, you get a lot of students learning about what could become their future careers. Workers from the area, including CCX's own Sonia Goins, were on hand to talk to students about what their careers are like and how to get into them. The program's been running twice a year for 5 years now, and organizers say it's a big success.
The beauty of this assignment is we've actually changed a few lives with kids because, oh my gosh, I want to do this, I want to do this.
One of Highview's students graduated and became a fluid technician, something he was inspired to do by this program. Still ahead on CCX News, why a Golden Valley school continues to grow. It's the focus of today's school spotlight. Plus, we'll catch up with the unbeaten Maple Grove boys hockey team as they prepare for a big game at Blaine. But first, temperatures continue to climb. There is even sunshine in the forecast this weekend. Golden Valley Elementary School is so popular, many students outside of the district are trying to get in. Academic excellence, diversity, and a positive behavior program are some of the things that make Meadowbrook Elementary School so attractive.
Nestled right off Highway 100, Meadowbrook Elementary is attractive to many students outside the school boundary. In fact, approximately 50% of the students are open enrolled from other districts. But the popularity comes with a price.
Right now, we're on top of each other. We're in lots of shared spaces.
Nearly 800 kindergartners through 6th grade students call Meadowbrook home. They're using every available space they have to accommodate their growing population.
Knocked a wall out between two offices and are using that for a temporary classroom. We got rid of the computer lab, and that's a temporary classroom.
But relief is on the way. Construction is underway on a new addition.
We will have 9 classrooms, and there will be a courtyard, a loading dock, and a little small addition on the lunchroom also.
Teachers and staff are helping students to grow mentally too. The school integrated a policy called Positive Behavioral Interventions and Supports.
What does it look like to be a student here at Meadowbrook?
The goal is to support positive behavior and academic outcomes for all students.
I believe that is the positive way to see those kids and to make sure that they know we all believe in them.
Communication and engagement are also a big part of the curriculum.
We want to make those connections. You have to make connections with kids. They have to trust you in order to learn.
Meadowbrook is one of a handful of schools in the district that has a tower garden.
There's like a tank right under there that spreads water through all the plants, and then that light helps them grow and stuff.
Students enjoy watching their plants grow right before their eyes.
In the water, we put nutrients and plant food. What the plant food does is it helps it grow faster.
They say the best part is getting to eat the fruits and vegetables of their labor.
I like it because since we got to plant it, we get to eat it at the end.
In Golden Valley, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Thank you, Sonia. Still ahead, a volunteer force who worked for the Super Bowl is back together again. Find out where they're volunteering now. But first, we'll hear from the top teams in Class 3A boys basketball, the Cooper Hawks, as they prep for a tough stretch of games. Jason Malello is in next with sports.
Welcome back. I'm Jason Malillo with sports. The Cooper boys basketball team is one of several local squads ranked in the top 10 early this season in their respective classes. As Jay Wilcox reports, the Hawks are shooting for a strong season.
It's an interesting mixture for the Cooper boys basketball team. They have some 3- and 4-year varsity players along with a talented up-and-coming young group.
We're a pretty young team. We lost a lot of our main seniors last year, so I mean, there's a lot different role this year. I gotta be a leader on the court, off the court. So I mean, it's a big role. I mean, but we're pretty good.
It's kind of like growing pains because we have those guys that have been here with me for 4 years, and now we got these guys that only been here with me a year. So it's trying to get them all to work together because we lost some pretty key guys from last year, and we have some young guys that's got to step in and take over their spot. So.
The depth and skill has led to some competitive practices. The Hawks are stressing becoming strong defensively.
We got good defense. We can play defense. We can do a lot of things on offense also. So.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of height. We're pretty small, but we just keep a lot of pressure defensively and just be pests the whole game.
Honestly, we got football players as our second team, so they get to muscle you, tackle you, push you, so it makes everything harder for them, but it makes us better and stronger.
The two Jalens, Jalen Justice and Jalen Miller, along with Cam Vaughn, lead the returning group for Cooper. The Hawks won the Metro West Conference title in 19 games last winter. That has them ranked 3rd in Class 3A early this season. A tough December schedule will help get them ready.
It's good to test where we're at, playing those great teams. I mean, they all have pretty good skilled players, and it's good to see where we're at against them.
It's by design. We want to play very good competition because that's the only thing that gets us ready. Sometimes you got to take your lumps, and you got to take lumps in order to learn, especially with these young guys. I feel like our young group has a chance to be very talented.
The path through Section 6 isn't easy, but Cooper hopes to make a state tournament run this season. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
The Hawks started the year 1-1. They have one of those tough early tests that Coach Powell talked about tonight, Thursday, as they take on perennial power Hopkins. The Maple Grove boys hockey team is undefeated this season and has a big game this weekend against Blaine. We caught up with the Crimson for this report on their fast start. The Crimson started this season with a bang, winning the Turkey Trot tournament in a shootout over Edina.
It gave us a huge boost of confidence. I mean, beating that high-ranked of a team right off the bat is huge for us, and it gives us confidence in these games against Blaine and other top teams in the state.
Feel good about being obviously one of the best teams in the state, and gives us a lot more confidence moving forward, and makes us play with a lot more confidence in our next few games.
MG has won 4 games in a row since the Turkey Trot final, which officially goes down as a tie, and has a 5-0-1 record.
We're really right now focusing on the details, and the kids are kind of taken to it. We're really looking at our systems, and we're into the details, which is great. A great point to be at in this point in the season, and obviously you improve every day though, but can't get complacent, and you got to keep working hard.
On Saturday, Grove will face section rival Blaine. The Bengals are also undefeated this season, and the Crimson expects a battle.
They got some serious talent up front and a lot of returning guys, but it should be an intense game. I mean, I'm very confident with the way our team's playing right now, and I think we're up to the task.
And Maple Grove's game Saturday is at Fogarty Arena in Blaine. Pucks drops at 7 o'clock. Don't forget live boys basketball tonight, Thursday at 7 o'clock on CCX. Should be a good one. Wayzata hosts Champlin Park. The Trojans are ranked 7th in Class 4A. That'll do it for sports. Shannon?
All right, thank you, Jason. Up next, you probably saw the colorful jackets last winter when the Super Bowl was in town, but the group's still volunteering. We'll have that story when we come back. Super Bowl 52 is history, but the game has left behind some holiday spirit. As Eric Nelson reports in today's edition of Holiday Spirit, volunteers for Super Bowl 52 are still doing good things in the community.
We wanted to stick together, and so we called ourselves Forever 52, and we are working to mobilize volunteers that were formerly involved with the Super Bowl.
Last January, Minnesota became the land of 10,000 volunteers.
Hey folks, NFL experience down the stairs and across the street.
Crew 52, with their cool-looking coats, welcome visitors to the bold north for Super Bowl 52 in the frigid Twin Cities.
Super Bowl, we had a blast.
Today, Crew 52 has morphed into Forever 52. Some of those same volunteers are together again, eager to give back.
As a charity, we're great at working together, as we proved in Super Bowl 52, and we still work together and do things to help the community, whether it be individually or as a group.
When I came here almost 3 years ago, I came from Indonesia. I don't have any family or friends. So I'm thinking doing volunteer is a good way to give back to community and also to make friends.
At a recent toy collection in Plymouth, Forever 52 volunteers came together for another good cause.
It's giving back to your community. Yeah, we call ourselves the Skull Sisters.
Besides doing good things, Forever 52 was formed for one other reason.
Because we all were so bummed out that it ended. We just loved the experience so much and the friendship that we found.
We're really excited to see one another again.
Something that started organically has now spun into something big.
We have over 1,800 on our Facebook page.
Forever 52 has accelerated into a nonprofit with a board of 7 that meets a couple times a month.
We have actually 25 different leaders that are helping in a variety of different capacities to help promote and organize volunteers, organize events.
We work together on MOCA events, on Salvation Army, Feed My Starving Children. We had 150 of us come together at 3 different locations and kind of cheer each other on.
I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
Forever 52 does volunteer work all across the Twin Cities Metro, setting up donation spots in supermarkets, libraries, and other hotspots. So thank you so much for what you do. That's all the time we have for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here on Friday starting at 4 o'clock.